So we have a crazy rope trip. We've made it out of some beads, and due to the camera thing, I hope you can see. So we have 365 beads on this string. Each bead represents 1 day of life. That's all we have. You know, Pastor Damon, time is an equal opportunity employer. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how smart you are, or anything about your life, how tall, how short you are, we all have the same amount of time in each day. And I think that's why the psalmist said, you know, we need to teach us to number our days to make them count, to make them work for us. So we put some rough calculations together here. So every bead represents a day of life. The first one is the average of Americans spends 75 minutes a day eating. And if you think that's a lot, really, by the time you sit at the table and you're pouring milk or orange juice or making coffee, then you go to a restaurant, you're waiting for them to get it, you wait to pay the bill, the whole thing, 75 minutes a day. If you were to take 75 minutes a day and then you multiply that times 365, that comes out to 31 days of your year is spent eating, just eating.
Yeah.
31 days. And so Pastor Damon's got them out from the first one to 31. So we still have lots of life left, but I mean, it is pretty amazing. Eating is 31 days. And so the next one is the average American if you sleep 8 hours a day. And some people say, well, I don't get that much during the week. Yeah, but on the weekends, you go home and take naps and we sleep. So just the average of 8 hours a day, if you multiply that times 365, the number is 121 days.
Wow.
So now you not only have the 31 days, but now Pastor Damon's going to count out the 121 days. Now that how much time, all we've done so far is eat and to sleep. We haven't even got dressed yet. The average American spends 40 hours a week at work. You multiply that times 5 days, it equals out to 92 days a year. So we had the 31 plus 121, and then we add another 40. So is that your another 40, Pastor Damon?
Yep.
Look at that. So there is all the days. We only have this much life left. And all you've done is eat, sleep, and work. You haven't even gone to the bathroom and you're still not dressed. And this is all the life we've got left. The next one is so then the average American spends an hour and a half TV. So an hour and a half, that number is, I have to look at my papers, I don't have it all in my head. 45 days a year is spent watching TV.
So now, this much.
Yeah. So now look at this. I mean, this is amazing. All that we've done is now we've ate, we've slept,
we've worked,
and we've watched TV. And now how much life? This is the only bit. Where's that? There's the gold right there.
Yeah.
This is the only. No, is this it or that?
That's it. That's it right there.
Wow. This is all we have of life of left. We're still not dressed. We're still not gone to the bathroom. Wow. So then the next one is a number that we do better in this big city than other cities, but a drive time, an hour of driving a day. But honestly, if you think about it, if you even drive to 15 minutes to work, 15 minutes back, then you have to take the kids to soccer, you have to do this, whatever. Boy, that time consumes. You do stuff on the weekend. Sometimes that can end up more than an hour and a half or an hour of driving. So that's 25 days a year. So now we're at here. So we're still not dressed, we've still not gone to the bathroom, and look at that mess. Look how much of our life. No wonder the psalmist said, teach us to number our days, Lord. They're so special, they're so important, and sometimes we just waste them away. He goes on, and so let's get dressed. Now, my number may be quicker on this. The average American, they say, takes 37 minutes a day. My wife abuses this number. I'm not going to speak for Pastor Damon's wife, Terry. Terry, we do love you, and my wife, Kimmy. 37 minutes a day. So you take that at, it's 9 days of life. Now here we are. Even if you were just to spend an hour and a half at church and 15 minutes a day reading, that would only equal out to 7 days in your life.
Right there.
And I mean, really, and honestly, think about this. This is what we present to God that we've done for Him. This much in the midst of all that. Hold that up, Damon. All that life. Try to spread that thing out. I mean, it's so big. And then we're like, well, look at all we've done, Lord. But honestly, look at that. Now, here's the scary thing left. With all that left, with everything else we got to do, we only have 39 days left of life. That's it.
Yeah.
I hope I don't hit you in the face. 39 days of life left.